What's up everyone, it's PWilhelm with another build guide video for Season 17. In this video we will be focusing on the team meta gameplay because some people just don't like solo pushing, so they want to climb as a team and then you need to follow the meta to keep up with everyone else. And in this video we will be focusing on the support monk. So the support monk is not gonna use the Legacy of Nightmare buff because it's not useful enough, so we still want to stick to the old version. So for this build you need 4 pieces of the inner set. This will give you the effect of all mantras and the effect of your mantras will be doubled. For the weapons, we will be using the Little Rogue and the Slanderer. This will increase your attack speed and also your armor by 6%, and you can have in total of 5 stacks, and this can be very useful since we are jumping in the middle of everything. We also want to use Le Vevres Soliloy or something. This will reduce your damage taken by 48% for 5 seconds after casting Cyclone Strike. To keep this buff up, we will be using an Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac. This will reduce the cooldown of your skills when you hit with a resource spending attack, and the faster you hit, the more cooldown reduction you'll get on your skills. And to get even more cooldown reduction, we will be using Lurk's Crown just to double the effect of the cooldown gem that we will be using, a blue gem. We also have to use an Oculus Ring. This is very useful for your teammates because this will create an area of focus power. Inside that area or circle or whatever, the damage of your team will be increased by 85%. We want to use an item that I cannot show you right now because I don't have it. Blizzard took it away when I was playing on the PTR, but you want to use Illusory Boots. With this boots you can just walk through enemies, which is pretty great. And yeah, unfortunately, I don't have the item. It is supposed to be here, but, well, ask Blizzard why they are fucking deleting everything when you play on the PTR. And then there's another item that I also don't have, but that will be a Hellfire Necklace with the near-death experience passive only if you need it. You can always go for something else, but I guess if you are going really high on the leaderboard, then this is your best option. And as last, strong arm braces. Enemies who are hit by a knockback will suffer 30% more damage, so another great item for your team. For the gems, we will be using blue gems in all of the slots, except for our weapons. In our weapons, we will be using purple gems for the life per hit. For the legendary gems, Gem of Ephesus Toxin. This will potion enemies, and potioned enemies will take 10% more damage, and the damage taken from those monsters will be reduced by 10%. Ice Blink with chill and slow. It will chill and slow enemies by 50%, and those monsters will take 10% more chance to be critical hitted. And of course, Gokuko Swiftness for the reducing cooldown reduction. For the more cooldown reduction, increase in attack speed and dodge chance. For the Canized Cube, of course, Flying Dragon, because this will double the attack speed when we are hitting. Spirit Guards, this will reduce your damage taken by 60% for 3 seconds. And as last, Ban of the Root Chambers. This will help us to get Spirit back so we can spend Spirit again. For our skills, Crippling Wave Tsunami. Because of the amount of attack speed we have, we can freeze the enemies directly and continuously when they are in a 17-yard radius. If we get hit, we will be able to get our lives back pretty fast, so don't worry. But most of the times we won't get hit because of the attack speed. So every third attack will freeze the enemy. This skill will also slow the enemies and will also slow their attack speed. So we gotta freeze, if not frozen. The attack speed will be decreased by 20%. Inner Sanctuary Temple of Protection. This will create a circle. Your allies will take 55% less damage. Cyclone Strike Implosion. This is a grouping skill, so the enemies who are standing too far, you just cast this spell to group them up. Blinding Flash Crippling Light. This will create a flash and it will blind enemies for 3 seconds. Elites will suffer a 30% chance to miss with attacks, and even if they hit you, they will have 25% reduced damage. Epiphany's Shooting Miss, a very important skill. This will give you and your allies more life per hit, and the more health globe healing you have in your stats, the more life per hit they'll get. So this is keeping you and your team alive. Now for our mantras. Because of our set item, we will get every other mantra also. So we will get 20% more all resist, and if you activate it, you will get another 20%. Mantra of whatever will increase the damage of your team by a little bit. Mantra of healing, this will give you and your team a shield that will absorb damage. The absorbed damage is increased by 15% of your health globe healing. So the more health globe healing you have, the more absorbed shield damage, whatever you will receive. Mantra of Conviction, this will increase the damage of your team, and also this one is really needed. So, for the passives, Resolve. Because we are hitting everything, the damage of those enemies will be reduced by 20%. Beacon of Hitar, just to make sure we have enough cooldown reduction to keep spamming our skills. Unity, this will increase the damage, and a / Chant of Resonance, this will give you spirit back when your mantras is activated. For Paragon Points, well, if you are playing in a group, you will get a lot of Paragon Points. I saw some people get around 3,000 Paragon Points for a season, so max out everything, the rest goes into Vitality. Stat priorities. It is very important that you get health globe healing where you can. For the rest, headgear, intelligence, vitality, life percent. Shoulders, vitality, cooldown reduction, resource cost reduction. Armor, vitality, reduced damage from elites. Necklace, which I don't have, vitality, attack speed, cooldown reduction. Gloves, attack speed, cooldown reduction, resource cost reduction. For our belt, vitality, all resist, life percent. Braces, vitality, life per hit, all resist. For both of our rings, attack speed, cooldown reduction, resource cost reduction or life percent. Pants, all resist, armor. Weapons, both of the weapons, vitality, attack speed, cooldown reduction. And for the boots, all resist, armor. Yeah, that's it. So if you got an item with dexterity or intelligence or strength, it doesn't really matter as long as it has the other stats. How to play this build? You just want to jump straight in the biggest group you can find. You press all the buttons just like me here, and you want to make sure you are hitting the enemy. You pick up health globes a little bit, you group the monsters up, you hit them as fast as possible, and there you go. Your team has to do the rest. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a comment, like and subscribe, turn on the notification, and then I will see you in the next video. Peace.